Hello, friends. A very good afternoon to all of you. I hope all of you are doing good. You are all in good health, and your preparation for CAT is going on a right track. So, friends, welcome once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep with our ongoing series of sessions in which we are discussing some of the most important questions for CAT examination. And this is the session for 500 most expected quant questions, part number 22. So in this series, specifically, if I talk about quant, in which we are discussing 500 most expected quant questions, we have already conducted 21 sessions, and this is the session number 22. And in every session, we are discussing somewhere around 7, 8 questions. Okay, so up till CAT, we will definitely be continuing this series, gradually raising the level of difficulty of questions that we are solving in this session. Now, all these sessions, you can like these can be treated as some of the questions for a revision in case like you have just started your practice, so you can start attending these lectures from the very beginning, in which we are discussing some very important questions of quant. And yes, definitely these are some of the expected questions, because the questions that we are covering in this session, similar type of questions, similar level of difficulty of questions, the questions which are based on similar concepts. All these questions have already appeared in the previous year papers of CAT examination. All right. So, hello everyone. A very good afternoon. I hope I'm clearly visible and audible to all of you. So, can you all please quickly confirm if anyone can confirm by writing yes in the chat box if I'm clearly visible and audible? And we will begin this session. We'll begin solving the questions for the 500 most expected quant questions, part number 22. So, hello everyone. All right. Also, I believe अभी तक CAT का form fill कर लिया होगा सबने. It's already been 10 days. The CAT form, the registration of CAT has already started. One surprising news for this year, that IFT examination is like will not be conducted this year. Okay, so IFT का exam नहीं होगा. IFT will be considering IFT will be considering the CAT score for its admissions to MBA, which will be starting from 2024 up till 2026. So yes, IFT examination is no longer there. Like, at least we know about this year. We don't know about what will happen the next year. But this year, IFT will take CAT scores for its admission process. All right, friends. So let us begin solving the questions very quickly without wasting any time. So the first question will be there on your screen in a few moments. I want all of you to be ready with your rough sheets. All right. Solve this question and post your answer in the chat box. The question says that A started a work and left after working for 1 day. Then B was called and he finished the work in 4.5 days. Had A left the work after working for 1.5 days, B would have finished the remaining work in 3 days. Okay. So question is, in how many days can each of them working alone finish the whole work? Question is not at all difficult, slightly twisted. Okay, the amount of work that you'll have to do in this question will be more than a normal case. Also, if you are clear with the concepts, okay, then you can determine some of these things orally. Okay, so conceptually, if a strong word, then you don't have to write each and everything. You can like get to know a few relations in this question orally by just observing this question. For every question, I'll be giving you somewhere around 1 or 1.5 minutes. Okay. Come on, come on. Don't be lazy on this Sunday afternoon. solve these questions, post your answer in the chat box. Okay, now to start with, first of all, I'll find out the relation between 1 day work of A and 1 day work of B. Okay, now A started working and he worked for 1 day in the case one. And in the second case, he worked for 1.5 days. I'm talking about A only. So there are two cases. In the first case, A has worked for 1 day, and in the second case, A has worked for 1.5 days. Okay, so I can say that in second case, A has worked for an extra of 0.5 days. All right, A has worked an extra for 0.5 days. Now, what effect this has created on the number of days of B? Okay, now B earlier was working for 4.5 days, now has worked for only 3 days. So, number of days of A increased by 0.5, half a day, and number of days of B got reduced by 1.5 days. So, I can say that 0.5 days work of A is equivalent to 1.5 days work of B. Or I can say that 1 day work of A, 1 day work of A is the same as 3 days work of B. All right. So I can say that A is thrice as efficient as B. जितना काम A 1 day में कर लेता है उतना काम B 3 days में करता है. So A is 3 times as efficient as B. This is what we have been able to determine. Okay, relation पता लग गया. अब क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी है, राइट? अब देखते हैं. Now A started a work and left after working for 1 day. ठीक है? Just consider this part of the statement, this portion, right? Now A started a work and left for 1 day. So A ने 1 day के लिए काम किया. So 1 day work of A plus 4.5 days work of B. That is equal to the total work. But I can say that 1 day work of A is equivalent to 3 days work of B. So 1 upon A की जगह मैं यहाँ पे 3 upon B substitute कर देता हूँ, because 1 day work of A is same as 3 day work of B, right? So 3 upon B plus 4.5 upon B is equal to 1. So upon solving, 7.5 upon B is equal to 1. So the value of B is equal to 7.5. B का value 7.5 आ गया. Done? ठीक है? So I can say that B will take 7.5 days working alone to finish the work. No need to calculate it for A. You can look at the options. B will take 7.5 days. Obviously, since A is thrice as efficient as B, so A should take 1/3 of the time that is taken by B. So if B has taken 7.5 days, A will take 1/3 of that, that is 2.5 days. All right, fine. Am I clear to all of you? All right. चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. The correct answer for this one is option B, as we have already solved. Question number 2 on your screen now. A question based on quadratic equations. आसान क्वेश्चन है. Again, just one particular relation you must remember. So quadratic equation is given to you. The coefficients of x and the constant term, they are in terms of A. So for what value of A is the sum of the squares of roots is equal to 0. All right. Quickly, मैक्सिमम 1 मिनट लगना चाहिए इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए, उससे ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगना चाहिए. Okay. No answers up till now. Again, guys, easy सा क्वेश्चन है ये. चलिए सॉल्व करें. नो आंसर्स. Some of the squares of the roots. You have to write your expression properly. Okay. So let's say alpha and beta are the roots. So sum of these squares. So पहले squares कर लेते हैं. Alpha square and beta square. This is given to be equal to 0. Fine. Right hand side बाद में देखते हैं. We'll look at it later on. But what can I do with this? Alpha square plus beta square. Now in quadratic equations, what happens? Now the most of the help is like you can get most of the help using the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. Okay, fine. So like you can find out the sum of the roots and product of the roots, that is alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. But the required expression on the left hand side should be converted into sum of the roots and product of the roots. All right. So this is what you will have to do. Nice, right? So in this case, alpha plus beta side में लिख लेते हैं. What will be alpha plus beta? That is sum of the roots. It is minus b upon a. So in this equation, minus b upon a, it will be a minus 3. Minus of minus a minus 3 divided by 1. So it will be a minus 3. Product of the roots alpha into beta is c upon a. So it is minus of a minus 7. Pick up the values of a, b and c from the quadratic equation carefully. Right? So I have my sum of the roots and product of the roots in front of me. Done. Now after this, I will convert this alpha square plus beta square in the form of alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta. It can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. This is given equal to as 0. So alpha plus beta whole square is a minus 3 whole square minus twice of alpha beta. It will become plus twice of a minus 7 equal to 0. So finally it will become a square minus 6 plus 2 minus 4a plus 9 minus 14 minus 5 equal to 0. All right. So it can be written as a minus 4 into a wait, a minus 4 नहीं, a minus 5 आ जाएगा. So a minus 5 multiplied by a plus 1 equal to 0. Okay. So this is the factorized form. Now a minus 5 into a plus 1 is equal to 0. So we can get two values of a, either plus 5 or minus 1. So these are the two values of a. Now question is, for what value of a sum of the squares of the roots is equal to 0. So the value of a is 5. The second value is not given in the option, so we'll not even consider that. So at a equal to 5, the sum of the squares of the roots of the given equation will be equal to 0. All right. So that is the answer for this question. Answer is option C, correctly given by Shujana and Saket. So two of you have given correct answer for the second question. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Let's move on to question number 3. So question number 3 on your screen now. This question is based on the concept of profit and loss. Okay, so read it carefully and give me a correct answer. This is one of the first areas, one of the first topics that you have studied in your lectures. Okay, so this is a very common concept. I need all of you to give me a correct answer for this. There are two effects: discount as well as cheating. Okay, cheating by using faulty weight balances. All right, Shubham. All right, so Saket has also given the same answer. Fine, let's check this one. Now, dealer claims to sell his goods at 20% below the price. Okay, so what I do in such questions is I start by assuming the cost price of 1 gram of the article. Right now, it's totally up to you. You can assume cost price of 1 gram as rupee 1, rupee 10, rupee 1000, whatever you want to assume. It's totally up to you. I normally assume it as rupee 1. So cost price of 1 gram of article, not 1 kg, but 1 gram, right? Now since he's selling at 20% below this price, so he will be selling 1 gram of the article at 0.8, 20% below 1 rupee, right? But he cheats his customer. अब अगर वो इस तरीके से सेल करेगा तो उसको 20% का लॉस हो जाएगा, right? But he's cheating his customer by using 800 grams instead of 1000 grams of goods. So he gives 800 grams when 1000 grams is asked by the customer. Okay. Now what happens here? Customer has asked for 1000 grams. So customer will pay according to whatever he has asked for. He's unaware that he's being cheated. Okay. So customer asks for 1000 grams. He will pay according to 1000 grams. So we can say that the selling price of this article will be according to 1000 grams what is being asked by the customer. Okay, so selling price will be according to 1000 grams, right? Now, selling price of 1 gram is 0.8, selling price of 1000 grams will be 800. Okay, now customer unaware of the fact he asked 1000 grams, but he is given 800 grams. So the cost incurred for the shopkeeper will be according to what actual quantity is being delivered. He has given 800 grams. So the cost price will be according to 800 grams, right? So cost price will be according to 800 grams. Cost price of 1 gram is rupee 1. Cost price of 800 grams will be 800. Okay. So for any dealing, for any transaction that has been done, the cost is 800 and the sales is also 800. So we can see that the cost price and selling price both are equal. So this is the case of no profit and no loss. Okay, so the correct answer here is option C, no profit, no loss. Done? So जिसने भी आंसर दिया है सबने ही सही आंसर दिया है. शुभम, साकेत, पूजा and Harsh, four of you. Nice. Let's move on to question number 4. Question number 4 will require some calculations. Not very difficult, but calculations तो हैं यहाँ पे. So you have to be very careful at each and every step. A man borrows 4,000 at 20% compound rate of interest. At the end of each year, he pays back rupees 1,500. And this happened for 3 years. So how much amount should he pay at the end of third year to clear all his dues? The answers. चलिए start करते हैं slowly and meanwhile if anybody has the answer you may post it in the chat box. So borrowed amount is 4,000. Rate of interest is 20% compounded annually, right? But at the end of every year, he's paying 1,500 rupees, right? So let us look at both these effects: effect of 20% increase and then 1,500 repayment. Okay. So at the beginning, the loan is 4,000. After 1 year, at a rate of 20%, so 20% of 4,000 is 800. 800 will be added, so the loan will become 4,800. 4,800 at the end of the year, he's paying 1,500 back. So 4,800 minus 1,500 is 3,300. So the remaining portion of the loan after first year is 3,300. Okay. Now this 3,300 on this value, again 20% interest will be levied for the second year. So 20% of 3,300 is 660. All right. So 33 and 6, 3,960 will be after 20% interest in second year. But at the end of second year, he's paying back 1,500 rupees once again. So the remaining part of the loan will become 2,460, right? So at the end of second year, after the repayment of 1,500 rupees, the loan amount left is 2,460. Okay? At the end of second year. Now for the third year, again 20% interest will be calculated on this. So 2,460, इसका 20% कितना होगा? 246 multiplied by 2, that is 492. So 492 का interest और लग जाएगा, and at the end of third year, the loan amount will stand at 2,592. So 2,952, 2,952. Okay, this is the loan amount at the end of third year. So if we'll repay this much amount of money at the end of third year, the loan will be written off. Okay, so the correct answer, yes, it is option A. Okay. Uh, somebody is asking, is this installment? No. Generally क्या होता है, ठीक है, ये he is paying some part of the money, but yes, I can say that this is installment, but this is not equally installment, equal monthly installment जो होता है ना. So this is not the question of that type. So ये EMI का question नहीं है. This is installments, but unequal installments. These type of questions are still easy, but EMI के questions थोड़े से इससे tough होते हैं. Okay. All right. I'll try to keep the questions of EMI in my next sessions. Okay. चलिए, question number 5. Next question. A very simple question on mixtures and allegations. We can do this question by using the concept of weighted averages also. But weighted average की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, simple average से भी काम चल जाएगा because the quantities are same. So this is one observation that you have to make before you blindly apply allegations. Okay, so allegations की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Also weighted average will not be required in this question because the quantities are same. So simple average can also be used to calculate the answer of this question. If you have done some practice now, so this question can be done in 45 seconds to 1 minute. No, Virendra. In the last case, it was not following simple interest case. I'll tell you why. I'll take you back. So he is repaying some money, right? So what is the logic of compound interest? In compound interest, there is no repayment. So basically, in compound interest, what happens is the interest is calculated on the current value, not the principal. Okay, so in this case as well, we are calculating the interest on the current value. This value, 3,300 is the current loan after first year because some repayment has been done, right? So 1,500 जो money मैंने repay कर दिया है, why would I pay interest on that money? So the real logic of compound interest is the interest is calculated on the current value of the loan, right? Okay. Now coming back to the current question, Kirti, Shraddha, Pooja have given the correct answer, I think. No, 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 Kirti. So for previous question, you will never do 4,000 raised to the power 1.2, 4,000 multiplied by 1.2 raised to the power 3. No, you will never do that. Because 4,000 is not the principal, like 4,000 is not the money that is carried forward for the next 3 years. In between the years, the person was repaying some money. Okay, so अगर repayment नहीं होता, then you would have calculated the amount using the formula that you have written की. चलिए solve करते हैं इसे. So 30 kgs of rice, the rate is 17.5 per kg. Again, 30 kgs of rice, let's say the value is x. They both are mixed. Now, since these two are equal, the quantities in which they are mixed is equal. So the resulting price will be the average of these two values. 17.5 and x का average होगा ये resulting value. Okay. So the person sold the resulting quantity at 18.60 per kg and making a profit of 20%. Now 7.5 and X, they were the cost prices, but 18.6 is the selling price. Fine. So you will have to convert it in the cost price before you can apply allegations or averages. So the selling price, one second. So here the selling price is given as 18.6 and the profit is 20%. So I'll calculate the cost price, 18.6 divided by 1.2, right? So cost price calculate हो जाएगा. You can write it as 186 divided by 12 and 3 cancel कर देते हैं और 6 cancel कर देते हैं सीधा सीधा. 31 upon 6, that is 15.5. Okay. So after mixing 17.5 rupees per kg of rice with x rupees per kg of rice, after mixing these two, the resultant comes out to be 15.5. Okay. Now, once again, I'll tell you that there is no need to apply allegations. Okay. Because these are mixed in equal quantities, I can say that the average of 17.5 and x should be 15.5. So 15.5 should lie in the middle of these two numbers. 17.5 is 2 more than 15.5. So the value of x should be 2 less than 15.5 and that will be 13.5. Okay, so the value of x will be 13.5 and the correct answer is option B. Okay, so most of you have given the right answer. Yes, Kirti, you were absolutely right. If there is no repayment, in that case, you can say the same thing. Okay, चलिए next question पे चलते हैं. Question number 6. Easy question है ये. Less than 1 minute to answer this one. So in a rectangular coordinate system, triangle ABC is drawn such that one side of triangle connects 2 points on the y-axis. The points are A 0, 2 and B 0, minus 4. If point C has the coordinate C, 0 and the area of the triangle is given as the 21 square units, then what will be the value of C? So ये C small c कर दो इसे, then small c is equal to, small c means this coordinate. All right, Shrikant, good, very good. All right, देखें क्वेश्चन. Now, once you will plot the coordinates, you will get to know your answer easily. Now, first point A is 0, 2. So let's say this point A 0, 2. So this length, the distance of A from the origin, this will be 2. Coordinates of point B are here and these are 0, minus 4. So the distance of point B from origin will be equal to 4. Clear? Now the third point C has a coordinate C, 0. So let's say point C is somewhere here. The coordinates are C, 0. So the distance of point C from the origin will be equal to small c. Right? Now let's say origin is O. So I clearly know that CO will be perpendicular to AB. Right? Now let's complete the triangle. So this is triangle ABC as you can see. Okay. Now area of a triangle is half into base into height. I can consider base as AB. So half into base, which is AB, and height is CO. Okay, CO is perpendicular to AB clearly in the figure. Now half length of AB is 2 plus 4, that is 6. So half into 6 into length of CO will be equal to small c. And the area is given as 21. Solving this, the value of C will come out to be 7. Okay. So the correct answer is option D, and all of you have given the correct answer. Now, before I go to the next question, I have a small question to all of you, for all of you. Now, here the value of C is 7. Can there be any other possible value of C? If yes, please write it in the chat box. So will C has a unique value or C may have any other value other than plus 7? I think I have already given you a hint. So can there be any other possible value of C? If yes, write this value in the chat box. Absolutely, Saket. Now, we have drawn the triangle like this. If I draw or if I consider point C on the left hand side of x-axis, okay, and the triangle will be drawn like this as I've drawn, okay. So C I can consider here. The coordinates of point C can be minus 7, 0. The length will be 7 only, okay. But being on the left hand side of the x-axis of the origin, coordinates of point C can be minus 7. So this point can be minus 7, 0. I'm sorry, minus 7, 0, or it can be 7, 0. And in both cases, the area of the triangle will be 21. Shrikant, yes, there will be multiple values, but there will not be more than two values. Okay, because coordinates of point C are C, 0. So point C has to lie on the x-axis. So other than these two values, +7 or -7, other than these two values, there cannot be any other value of C. Okay, चलिए आगे चलते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे, क्वेश्चन नंबर 7, स्लाइटली लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन बट सॉल्यूशन इतना ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. चलिए क्वेश्चन रीड करते हैं. So the Vice Chancellor of ABC University decided to form a committee to look into the feasibility of the introduction of semester system at the undergraduate level. Useless line. कहानी लिखी हुई है, कुछ यूज नहीं है इसका. Find no information as such as given. 5 members from Executive Council and 7 members from the Academic Council were found to be suitable for the job. Okay, so Executive Council say we have 5 people and we have 7 from Academic Council. In how many ways can Vice Chancellor form a committee of 6 members such that at least 4 members of the committee should belong to Academic Council? जल्दी से कैलकुलेशन करो and write your answer in the chat box. It's just calculation. कोई लॉजिक नहीं है इतना ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट. ओके, बहुत सिंपल सा लॉजिक है बट इट्स जस्ट कैलकुलेशंस दैट विल हैव टू बी केयरफुल विद. कीर्ति एक बार कैलकुलेशन चेक करो बिकॉज it's difficult to use an incorrect logic here. बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. So please Kirti, your calculations, check your calculations. Okay. Yes, I have written reverse. Thank you Kirti. चलो चेक करते हैं. एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल में 5 members हैं and academic council there are 7 members. ठीक है. Now I believe I'm clear, I'm correct. In how many ways can we form a committee of a total of 6 members? At least 4 members of academic council should be there. So academic council के minimum 4 होने चाहिए. So academic council I can select either 4 or 5 or 6. Correspondingly from executive council there will be 2, 1 or 0. Okay. Now for the first case it will be out of 5 I will select 2. 5 from executive council I will select 2. 5C2 multiplied by 7C4. Then here it will be 5C1 multiplied by 7C5 and finally 5C0 multiplied by 7C6. Simplify करते हैं. 5C2 is 10 and 7C4 is 765 upon 6, 35. 35 into 10, 350. Okay, so first one will be 350. Second, 5 into 21. 21 into 5 is 105. And finally, it is 7C6 is 7 and 5C0 is 1. So it will be 7. So 350, 105 and 7. So 455, 462. So 462 will be the correct answer for this question. Okay. So the correct answer, not given by any one of them? No, Shrikant has given a correct answer. All right. So the correct answer here is 462. Right? Simple calculation hai. Koi as such not a very difficult concept, not a very big logic here. Simple calculations. You have to be careful. And the correct answer is 462. All right. Okay. Let's move on. All right. So that was the last question. Fine. So friends, you can unlock your free trial on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app by looking at this option. So unlock your free 3-day trial access for our portal. The link is given in the description. First of all, you'll have to download the application. Go to the application, fill in your phone number, and start your free trial by clicking Start Free Trial. You can enroll for CAT 2023 and the other MBA entrance examinations test series if you are not a student of BYJU'S Exam Prep. If you are looking for a wonderful test series that will help you in the preparation for CAT and the other management entrance examinations, so here is a wonderful test series that you can join in. With mock papers, you will also get some practice material. 10,000 practice questions will be there. There will be topic wise tests covering all the subtopics. Video solutions for each and every CAT mock paper will also be there with a complete detailed analysis. Okay, so go ahead and join this test series. This is the list of our CAT 2022 toppers. Also, friends, new batches are available for CAT 2023. So, if you haven't started your preparation, you are looking to join somewhere to start your preparation for. So, we have batches available. These are very fresh batches, new batches for CAT 2023 comprehensive program. So, go ahead and enroll by using the link that is given in the description of this session. Also, All India Open Mock CAT 2023, this has already gone live on 11th of August and it will be live up till 20th of August. So, अगर कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट है जिसने रजिस्टर नहीं किया है ऑल इंडिया ओपन फ्री मॉक है ये, you don't have to pay anything. So if you haven't registered yet, so go ahead on the application of BYJU'S Exam Prep and register for this examination. This will be available up till 20th of August. Okay. Also, if you are looking to join any of the CAT preparation programs, you can get up to 90% scholarship by taking this scholarship test, okay, which has already been conducted in the morning. So I believe most of you must have written, but soon we'll have another scholarship test like this. Also on 20th of August, Srinivas sir is taking a wonderful live interactive workshop in which he'll be telling you why, how, and when to do an MBA. Since this will be an interactive workshop, so you will be free to ask questions, interact with Srinivas sir, and put up your queries, which will be resolved there and then only. All right. Okay, Shrikant has a question. एक second, मैं check करता हूँ. Shrikant, just give me a second. All right, so let me check. For the last question, we have to choose 6 members from a group of 12, and this value will be multiple of 11. And amongst the options, Shrikant, try not to use this approach. Two reasons, like obviously we have to choose 6 members out of 12, but with some restrictions. So not every time this answer will come out to be a multiple of 11. Okay, so please don't go for this approach. All right. So friends, thank you very much for being a part of this session. I hope you would have liked, enjoyed this session. If yes, please do press like button, and I'll be back again with many more sessions like this. All right. So till then, have a wonderful time. Bye bye.